Alright guys, so the last time that we seen Merus in the Dragon Ball Super Moro arc was all the way back in chapter 55. So just as Merus was about to unleash his full angelic powers, Whis came and took him. And guys, we haven't seen Merus since chapter 55, but we've seen him once again recently in the latest manga chapter, which was chapter 59. And guys, this might sound a bit weird, but every time a brand new chapter comes out, what I do is I read that first, and then guys, I go all the way back to the beginning of the arc, which is in this case the Moro arc, and then I pretty much read all the way from the beginning until the end once again, until the latest chapter. And the main reason why I do that is to find small details which is very interesting and also foreshadowing of what's coming in the future. And guys, what I found here was something very interesting that the Grand Priest said in chapter 55. So this was the scene when Whis went to the Grand Priest to talk about Merus, because Merus is an angel. So the Grand Priest was about to handle Merus all by himself, but guys, Whis intervened, and Whis said that let me handle this one. Basically guys, after that, the Grand Priest says, but do keep an eye on that one, and guys, Whis said, understood. And then with a very serious face, the Grand Priest said, troublemaker or not, I do not wish to lose an angel. And guys, after that, that was the end of that scene. And what the Grand Priest said here could potentially have a connection to the beginning of the Moro arc until the very end of the Moro arc. So when we first saw Merus, he was easily able to knock out Goku and Vegeta very quickly. And we're not just talking about a regular Goku and Vegeta, we're talking about a post-terminal power, post-Broly movie Goku and Vegeta. But Merus was so quick that he knocked him out in the blink of an eye. And the only other person that ever did that to Goku and Vegeta, that was Whis. He knocked him out with pure ease, and Merus did the same as well. And then guys, power. Even as a trainee angel, Merus definitely has immense amounts of powers, but he was only able to showcase just a little bit of his powers to Goku, because as he was about to power up, Whis came and stopped him. But guys, just a little bit of his powers, he was able to handle Goku without any problems whatsoever. He even damaged Goku as well, and Merus sustained 0 damage from Goku. Nothing. So number 1, he has speed, number 2, he has power, and number 3, Merus also has knowledge about pretty much everything. And that is why I believe that Merus could have easily been in Moro when they're face to face every time. And every time that Merus was face to face with Moro, Merus got the upper hand in Moro every time. He caught Moro off guard every single time. As Moro was confused, and whenever Merus was holding down Moro, he didn't let go of him until either Goku, Vegeta, or even the Daikaio were ready to take on Moro. And that is because he wanted them to do the work for him, so that he doesn't have to get involved too much, so that he stays within the limits of the Angel Code. And I still believe that Merus could still beat Moro even at this stage, easily. But guys, Merus isn't allowed to do it, because angels must remain neutral between good and evil. They cannot choose any sides. Angels must follow the angel code that is set in place for them. They must never disobey it. If they do, they will be eradicated out of existence. See, but the case of Merus is different. So when Whis came and stopped Merus from powering up against Goku, Whis found out that Merus' plans was to travel to Earth with Goku and fight Moro alongside Goku. And guys, Merus confirmed this. This was his plan the entire time, was to fight Moro when he went to Earth with Goku. And guys, that would have resulted in Merus getting erased from existence. But Merus didn't think about that, and he didn't care about it. And guys, I believe that as an angel, he knows this. He knows the consequences of his actions. He knows that he's not supposed to use his full power. He also knows that he must stay neutral in between good and evil. He must not choose any sides no matter what. And the reason why Merus is doing all this, guys, is because he grew biased of the good side. As Whis and the Grand Priest were talking about Merus, Whis said he seems to have gained a bias. And guys, right after that, the Grand Priest confirmed it as well, that Merus indeed had a bias of the good side. And guys, personally, I believe the reason behind that is, number 1, he's young, number 2, he's still a trainee angel, and number 3, since he has been in the mortal world for so long, fighting on the side of good, now he prefers the side of good. He's biased of the good side. And as an angel, once again, he must never do that. And ever since the beginning of this Moro arc until now, every scene that Merus has been in, it's like he has been blaming himself for everything that has been happening. It feels like he has been blaming himself for the escape of Moro. He thinks it's all his fault. And guys, the reason why I think he thinks that, it is because he knows what he could do to Moro. Merus has the power, the speed, and the knowledge to take down Moro very easily, but he still couldn't do anything about it because he has to follow the law of the angels that is set in place for the angel. And he mainly blames himself because, guys, he prefers the side of good. He became biased of the good side because, once again, he spent so much time fighting on the side of good, and he became biased of it. He prefers it, and in a way it made him forget who he really was, that he is an angel. Now, guys, it is very possible that it could get to a point where Goku and Vegeta cannot seem to be Moro no matter what they try. Now, is it possible that Merus could jump in and finish Moro right there? And just like how we used to reverse time before for Goku and Vegeta against Frieza, now, guys, what if something really bad happens up against Moro and Goku and Vegeta, they lose? They have nothing else to do up against Moro. That's it, it's over. But suddenly Merus steps in and reverses time for Goku and Vegeta, thus giving them another chance to fix what went wrong. But, guys, what if Merus cannot really do that? What if Merus isn't able to reverse time just like Whis? Because he's still a trainee angel, he's still new to everything. And so, guys, with that, there's another possible thing that could potentially happen. And, guys, this one is highly possible. That is, Merus goes away from Whis. He basically just teleports out of there and then he goes to Earth. Then he finishes Moro with pure, angelic brute force. And that's it, that's the end of Moro. But that's not only the end of Moro, that's also the end of Merus as well. Because he violated the law of the angels. He broke the code of the angels. And, guys, the reason why I think that this is highly possible, that is because, guys, the Grand Priest also knows that this is possible as well. He's worried that Merus might do something reckless. And so, guys, when Whis and the Grand Priest were talking before Whis was leaving, the Grand Priest said, "But do keep an eye on that one." And then, guys, Whis said, "Understood." And as I said in the beginning of the video, the Grand Priest said, "Troublemaker or not, I do not wish to lose an angel." See, guys, here the Grand Priest thinks that Merus might end up doing something reckless. That is, join the fight with Goku and Vegeta up against Moro. Thus, he will get erased from existence. And the Grand Priest does not want that to happen to an angel. He does not want to lose the angel. And for that reason, before Whis was leaving, the Grand Priest told Whis to keep an eye on Merus at all times. And, guys, Whis knows this as well because he knows that Merus is someone who would do something like this because he's biased of the good side. Anyways, guys, that is about it. That's all I have for you guys today. Do let me know what you guys think about this. Comment section down below. And if you guys have enjoyed this video, then be sure to give it a huge thumbs up. And if you guys are not subscribed just yet, be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching and have a blessed day, my friends.